Hey YouTube, Cyber924 here to give you a unveiling of a new firearm in my collection. As you can see from the box, it is a Smith & Wesson M&P. But the biggest question is, what exactly is it? Well, let's open and see what's inside. Move the box aside. Oh, wow, that's a pretty small 22. That's right, everybody. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P Compact 22. This is the Surpressed Ready. This is the Surpressed Ready version. As you can see, it has the external thread protector on it. This is the compact model. Whoops. It is a single stack, 10 shot, 22 cal, semi-auto. Just to give you a little specs on this, MSRP on this particular pistol is $409. It's a 22 LR single action internal hammer. Barrel length is 3.56 inches. It has a white dot front sight with a 2 dot rear sight. Adjustable for windage and elevation. Weight is 15.3 ounces. And let's see, barrel material is carbon steel, slide material is aluminum alloy, and also a polymer frame. And it has an anodized hard coat, black anodized finish. The reason why I chose this because I'm a big fan of the polymer frame pistols. I do love my Springfield XD, my XD Mod 2, and you know I've watched a whole bunch of Jerry Michalak, and I know he's a part of the Smith & Wesson M&P team, so I wanted to get an M&P, and I looked at the full size 22, and I was thinking about getting that, which is about it is like a full size 9mm M&P, but in 22 LR. But the one thing I didn't like about it was that the full-size M&P is made by Walther, whereas the M&P Compact is actually made by Smith & Wesson, so it is made in the United States. So that was I was really happy with it. Plus also for the fact that it does have a flip safety, which I thought was really cool. And also the Surpressed Ready, because I do eventually want to get a suppressor on it. And the threads on this are 1/2 by 28, so 22 cans are ready available to hook on these things. But yeah, like I said, I do want to get a suppressor for it, so that's the reason why I chose it. Plus also for the fact that it's made in USA, and I'm a big proponent for buying products made in the USA, so I jumped on it. I purchased this gun on a 30-day layaway. I think back in July, early July. I finished paying off the gun in probably like July 20th, July 18th, 20th. I can't, it's either one of those days. Picked it up and brought it home, and of course, as always, with new pistols, you want to take the gun apart and get rid of the factory grease and oil it yourself. So one thing I did not like about this pistol from the get-go was that the thread adapter, because as you can see right here, it has 2 flat portions where you actually use this little wrench to actually take the thread adapter off so you can disassemble the handgun. Because here, let me show you how you disassemble it. As we can see here, there's no magazine in it, and it has an empty chamber, so it is safe to work on. There we go. Adapter comes off, and all you do is you flip that little locking lever down, and you just pull the slide back, lift up from the back, and as we can see, the gun comes off for disassembly. One thing I could not do for the life of me was actually get the thread adapter off. I actually, the first wrench that came with it, I mean, the metal is absolute crap. It is a really cheap steel or whatever, or aluminum, and I ruined the screw. I also rounded off the part of the edges of the flat part of the thread adapter, and I couldn't get the thing off. So I took it to Life Sporting Goods in Valparaiso, Indiana, which they have a licensed M&P armorer, and took it to them and said, you know, it's a new handgun. I can't get the adapter off. They put heat on this thing and tried to rip it off with a pair of vice grips. Couldn't get it off. So this gun had to get sent back to Smith & Wesson. It took about 3 weeks to get it repaired. They replaced the thread adapter on it, and as you can see, the thing comes off beautifully. And one thing I do have to say, ladies and gentlemen, Smith & Wesson's customer service is absolutely fantastic. The customer service representatives were very nice. I mean, I asked for a new wrench, they sent me a new wrench, and heck, when I took this to the gun shop, gave it to them, and they said they had to send it back to Smith & Wesson, they even threw in another wrench with it, which is absolutely amazing. So even though I had kind of a bad experience with the thread adapter to get that off, I do have to say I'm still a fan of Smith & Wesson because this is my first Smith & Wesson pistol, and with dealing with the customers, with a company that really has great customer service that will back their product, that's kudos to you. So I'm really can't wait to actually shoot this. I think if you really want to get yourself a 22 semi-auto pistol, I think the M&P is a great choice. I mean, there are tons of other firearms out there as far as to choose for a 22. But one thing I would definitely recommend to everyone, the Ruger 2245s. They are nice pistols to shoot, but they are a pain in the butt to take apart. So stay away from those. Definitely like a Walther P22 or the Walther P22, the full-size M&P Compact, Sig Mosquitoes. Great semi-auto options out there. Even Ruger makes some really nice 22 semi-autos, but I think the M&P is very nice. And if you want to see more reviews on the if you want to see actual reviews on the M&P 22 Compact, 22 Plinkster did one. Of course, my favorite, IREC Veteran 8888 has done a video on the Smith & Wesson M&P Compact. So definitely check those pages out and listen to the reviews, because without reviews like that, I probably would not have picked this thing up. So I really appreciate the views, YouTubers. Like, subscribe, favorite, and I'll definitely have some more videos coming up soon. And y'all have a good night.